Hey, what time is it?
It's Red Words, the official words from the heart of Tiger Nation. Tune in each week to hear special guests, students, teachers, maybe faculty, as we discuss deep dive into things that we can't always talk about in class. So we can learn from each other's experience and build a community of healthy conversation. This podcast is a creation by Glen Rose High School students and faculty, and the words expressed are not opinions of Glen Rose ISD.
Let's go!
All right, guys, welcome. Welcome to the Red Words podcast. Good to have you here in 2025, kicking back off. Introduce our guest today. We've got Seth. Seth, how's it going?
Good. Thank you for letting me on.
Oh, man.
I know.
That's the quietest I've ever heard you, Seth.
I know.
Come on now. You got to be more. Don't be shy now. And then we got Brady over there. Brady, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really well. I just got pulled out of math class, was doing my work, and now I'm here.
Oh, wow. What a good deal. You got pulled out of math class to
Yeah.
come do this. That's a good deal. That's a great deal. So, well, guys, thanks for being on. We appreciate it. I guess tell us a little about yourself. For those that don't know you, obviously, I have both of you as students in class, so I know you guys. But, Seth, I've known you for quite some time, right? Way back to junior high golf days.
Oh, I remember that. It was,
I also remember that.
So,
So tell us about yourself, Seth, and then Brady. Why don't you go and tell us after he gets done? So go ahead, Seth.
I'm 18 years old. Pretty cool. Now an adult.
Are you saying you're pretty cool, or that's
I know.
pretty cool?
I'm pretty cool, Coach. I would be honest.
All right.
But I work at my local gym. I started weightlifting about like 2 years ago. And then also did like a bodybuilding show. I am very involved in like politics and things like that, and always interested me, like debate and stuff like that. And mostly hobbies are like weightlifting and then debate. It's a pretty cool influx of hobbies right there.
Yeah, and for those who don't really know Seth would debate whether the sky was blue today. If you told him it was red, he'd say it was red for sure. So Seth would debate anything on any topic. Is that fair to say?
I would say that's very fair to say. I
think-
love the debating, Coach.
I like it. And then Brady, tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, I'm 17. I'm Brady Stephenson. I grew up in Glen Rose my entire life, and I'm involved in a lot of different activities. Like I played basketball my sophomore and freshman year, but I quit that. But now I'm like I do debate, I do FFA. I'm really big into that, like National Honor Society, Student Council, basically anything that Glen Rose has to offer. I try and at least try it out.
Are you last of the clan, the Stephenson clan?
Yeah.
Are you the baby?
I'm the youngest of the Stephenson clan.
I've been here 11 years, and I don't think there's ever been a year where there wasn't a Stephenson here. So I mean, this is a monumental moment here.
Get ready after this. Yeah,
I know.
Well, there'll still be one. There'll still be one up in the nurse office.
That's true. She's here for life with me. So yeah, we're here forever. So tell me, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Yeah, I have one sister, Abby Stephenson, or Abby Powell.
I was gonna
now.
say.
Yeah, sorry,
That's
got
how old
married.
I am. She's already married.
And then Parker Stephenson, and they're out in the world doing their own amazing things. My brother's a ranger, going through ranger school, doing all this incredible stuff in the Army. And my sister is she's actually in school to be a doctor. She already graduated with her it's like the pre-law of medicine. Basically, she already her
pre-med?
undergrad. Yeah, pre-med.
Okay, cool.
There it is.
There you go.
For their pre-med, and now she's at TCOM, where she's actually the student body president, which is a lot of work. It's like 4 hours of meetings every week, all this crazy stuff, and she's just like excelling over there. So
Where did she go? Where did she finish pre-med? Do you?
yeah, Lipscomb University up in Tennessee.
That's right. Okay, I knew she went to Tennessee. I could not remember the name of the university. So, and then her husband went there as well, right?
No, sir. Yeah, she married Zach Powell, which is Oliver Elliott's brother, in case you didn't know. She married him, and he was up there. And while she was going to school and all this, he was working. So he did a lot of different stuff, like trying out to be a police officer and all this other amazing stuff. But he settled on working at Vanderbilt in like the medical, like the hospital area, and he would like call in helicopters. And he did that for like all 4 years that they were there, and it was just really cool. But now they're in Fort Worth, and he's a youth pastor at a church.
Would anybody in the hallways know him as Zach Powell?
I don't think anybody in the hallways knows him anymore, but one time they knew him as Z-Man.
Z-Man, that's
Z-Man.
exactly right. I remember. It took me. I had him on my roll every day. It took me probably a month to realize his name was Zach. I just called him Z-Man. That's what everybody called him. I mean, I assumed, but when it came officially, that's interesting. So, What about you, Seth? Do you have any brothers, sisters?
I have 4. So I have a younger brother cause like I got adopted into my family. So I have 4 I have 3 birth brothers in total. I have my younger brother who actually goes here. He's a freshman this year. I have an older one named Zeke, and then I have another one named Matthew. I actually have also a half sister, like in Ireland or somewhere, but I don't really know her.
Oh, Ireland.
I've never. It was actually a rare occurrence. It was on like a Mother's Day, like Happy Daughter's Day, and I found out from that post. From
the internet.
Yeah, from the internet.
Wow.
So that's right now my family.
Have y'all connected at all?
Nope.
Not at all.
I actually did try. I
Okay.
couldn't find anything because I think it's like Ireland, different database and all that. But I couldn't find anything on her or anything like that. But no, my family's pretty big. My birth family is too, and I also got a pretty big adopted family too. So I have a lot of siblings, a lot of family to surround me with.
So, okay. So, what is the brother that goes? What's the freshman? What's his name?
So his name is Eshe. Some would know him as Sean though.
Okay.
We were really close. He lived with me for over a summer when we were younger, and then we've always been pretty close knit. Even before I knew I was adopted, I used to call him brother. And then from there, we always had like a close bond. Like whenever we need, I usually will call him and stuff like that, talk to him. I'll always try to be the best support I could be. He actually joined debate this year and is doing it this year, so he's pretty good in following my steps the best he can.
Nice. Now, is that a blood or is that?
Yeah, it's blood,
Okay.
full blood. We're both.
So does the argument DNA running him deep? I guess.
Actually, not as much.
Okay.
I grew up listening to like politics and stuff like that, but for him, he really, honestly, he kind of got pushed in debate by me, of course, but he still kind of has that argumentative into me a little bit. He does enjoy it and stuff like that. He also has a lot of the same like learning disabilities that I did. So it's really cool to like try to help him the best I can and help him like overcome those difficulties, like much like I did over my life.
What learning disabilities do you?
So I have dyslexia. With that dyslexia, it was trouble with me reading. And when I was younger, I think about 4th grade, I got pulled out of class. And they're like, you're going to miss a day of school. And I was like, this is amazing. So I got to miss a day of school. Basically, I got to do this boring testing, but I got Chick-fil-A. That's all that matters. But I was turned out to be dyslexic. Now, that would normally mean I would be good at math. I'm terrible at math. I have dysgraphia. So I can read pretty fine. Actually, I can read about 300 words a minute now. But my writing and my math is not very good. My like learning comprehension takes me about 3 or 4 times for me to like understand something very in depth and then expand on it further. But like that's something I just had to overcome myself and kind of like struggled throughout my high school, even junior high grade, because I was failing early. Like I failed throughout like my junior high, even my early high school years, struggling with that.
Well, I definitely don't teach math,
Yeah,
but I can speak on your handwriting,
it's horrendous.
and you're correct.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
Oh yeah.
It's not good. But so is neither is mine. That's why I put everything on a PowerPoint, because no one can read my handwriting. It's on the board, right?
Oh yeah.
So I get you on that. So no, that's good. Brady, what about you? Talk to me a little about kind of the dynamics of school for you. What's difficult? What's good? What do you do well? What do you not do well? What do you find easy? What do you really have to work hard on?
Well, yeah, I've always been pretty good at school. Like, just sit down, memorize the answers to the test, or like, study for the test, and then forget it as soon as it's over.
Sure.
But something that's been like more difficult for me is math, because it's harder to, like history, you just memorize, Pearl Harbor happened in December or whenever, December 6th, all this stuff. You just memorize the facts. But for like math, you'd actually have to apply it. So I struggled a little bit harder with math because I couldn't rely on my memory as much. But no, I've really enjoyed school. I haven't had, near as many struggles as Seth has had with it.
Yeah. And so tell me some of the things that you are most proud of, Seth, from junior high Seth to high school Seth. Maybe it's overcoming something, or what is it that you feel like, hey, this was a struggle, but man, I've worked really hard at it.
So probably like overcoming like depression was a big thing for me. I've always had, like I still do, I have a very big like hierarchy complex in me. Like I always compare myself to people and stuff like that. So I always try to work on. And throughout my early junior high and my high school, actually I got bullied a lot for how I looked and stuff like that. And it impacted me a lot on that way of like I really need to change. So like I wasn't doing good in school. Teachers did not like me because I was a pain. Also wasn't just like they couldn't give me something, I couldn't understand it. So actually I started going to the gym. Originally I started going on September 1st, right when I turned 15. And then afterwards, I remember I would go home, and during my sophomore year, I did not care about school. I just cared about the gym. But during the end of my sophomore year, I met Mr. Mark and Mr. Getz, and Mr. Donna too, and they really were like a really good foundation for me. They were like one of the very few people who wouldn't like judge me on how like, honestly at that time idiotic, and they were also very like sweet. They supported me in any type of endeavor I tried for. And honestly, I grew a very big base out of the gym. A lot of my like lifetime friends, such as Elias Anderson, I think you might remember those guys in golf. Like that really big base for me to go off of and like support myself. Definitely throughout my freshman, sophomore year, was big for me, was the gym. And I think that was probably one of the most proud things I have is that. And then also probably the second thing I'm most proud of is definitely my academics. I have to work really hard, and I figured that out because I wasn't like naturally gifted. I can't learn something once and then pick it up and learn it. Like I just can't. So I would have to like sit down for hours on end and just study and study and study. And then I started making A's when I did that. But like my work schedule, my life schedule, I don't go to bed until about 12 now. But like it's rewarding because then you can show that you have the grades. You're not as dumb as teachers or even like students would say you are. And that's like a big thing for me. I'm very proud of myself for that.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed having you in class this year for sure, and having you always being ready to debate and step up in those types of things, and I love that. That's how that's how growth. I think how learning happens is having 2 point of views differing from each other and learning from each other. I think it's silly if we all have the same point of view on things. So that's all I can kind of like you boys. I mean, very different, right? But there's value in each one, and learning to for you, I think one of the things I commend is that it is a struggle.
Yeah.
But it makes the victory a lot sweeter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so when things come easy, sometimes you don't have to work very hard at it, and that doesn't feel as good when you do accomplish something, right? And so I think that's important. So I like that. Talk to me a little bit about the gym, and I think there's definitely, I think everybody here would agree that there's obviously studies that show that does help depression.
Oh yeah.
Right? The endorphins and
Yeah.
doing those things. And I know this, like one thing, getting up early sucks.
Yeah.
I hate getting up early. But getting up early and going to the gym,
Yeah.
your days are better. They
Yeah.
just are. It's just getting your feet on the floor. And I think yesterday we had a warm up right in class.
Oh yeah.
Talking about what did we talk about? Do you remember?
Oh,
the
we were
warm-up
talking
class?
about. I believe we were talking about. I remember comparison.
Comparison, right?
Comparison. Yep.
And what was he saying about comparison?
Try not to compare yourself because it leads to like egotistical drive and stuff like that. And I think I input on that. I was like, I think it's good, but it can also lead to a lot of like hurt and stuff from yourself. And I see that a lot even today.
Yeah.
But to build off of what you said, no, the gym has helped a lot.
Yeah.
I was very suicidal my freshman, sophomore, even my 8th grade year. I have a couple of suicide attempts on me, and it was something that really I struggled with throughout my early. But like what the gym did was let's say I had a really crappy day, like I was just like, oh, okay, well, I'm done. I would go right after school to the gym, work out for 2 hours, look at myself in the mirror, and this is egotistical, but like I was like, wow, I look amazing. Never mind this greatest day. And then I would go home, do my homework, and then go to bed and all that stuff. Like that was really important. It was like that dopamine release of like, okay, hold up, it's not that bad of a day. Actually, it's really good, and that actually what got me addicted to the gym was like that constant just dopamine or like / like you look good or like you feel good. And yeah, it leads to like the comparison, but that really helped me like feel so much more self-confident. So that was something.
And I think a lot of that is just like it's results you can see. Sometimes when we put in work, like in the classroom or those, and it's learning, and sometimes we can't always see that because on the test, like you said, we might memorize something and then forget it after the test. But like that is physical results. And it is a terrible comparison, but I'm saying it anyways. It's like when I mow the yard.
Yeah.
I love mowing the yard. And people think that's crazy. Because I can look back and say, okay, I've accomplished something today, right? Brady, do you have anything that you feel like brings you instant satisfaction or accomplishment that you're like, man, I love doing this because there's results? Can you think of anything like that?
I mean, this sounds kind of dumb. I really like winning.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
That's not
yeah.
dumb.
I've been really like big into FFA, and I like I said, throughout my entire high school career, I've never really had to like lock in and like super try. Like I've had to study, of course, everyone does, but not for hours on end like Seth has. But recently, last year, my junior year, I competed in a CDE through the FFA called Wildlife, and it's like this huge, like, you have to learn all the game laws, you have to learn all the bag limits, you have to learn everything there is to know about, you know, not only hunting in Texas, but also like safely hunting, as well as just general wildlife. Like you have to memorize all these game laws, and I had to put in like more. I've said this before, and I'll still say it. That's the thing in this life that I've worked the absolute hardest on, is just this wildlife thing, and being able to, like, because they'll give you tests on it, and being able to think back on like the hard work you've done and to remember the answer and to do well at these contests, it's very gratifying. It's, you know, if it's a great feeling.
Well, how did y'all do in wildlife last year?
Yeah, we came up short. There's no other way to put it. We were a full team of rookies besides one of us, Charles Debnar. I'm sure you're familiar.
I know Charles.
Yeah, so it's a very difficult contest at state. There was a lot of other teams, and almost every other team, like first, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all these teams, they had years upon years upon them. They've been doing the contest for like 3 years. So we were a rookie team. But at the end of the day, our goal was to win it, and we put in the work to win it, and we got second. Came up short.
There you go. A second's not terrible, but so is everybody coming back this year on that team for the most part?
Yeah,
Nice.
we're gonna be 3 second years, and then Charles has been doing it for 4 years.
So, yeah, more seasoned team.
Way more seasoned,
good.
yeah.
That's good. Seth, I want to come back to you. You mentioned something because it's just leaving a bad image in my mind, and maybe not, and hopefully you can clarify. But you said you got into bodybuilding, and I'm just thinking of you oiled up, tanned up, in a bikini. So please take that out of my mind. Tell me what bodybuilding competition is all about.
So it's really strong, really hard. So about for 8 months, I was honestly in a very bad mood. I was starved, very irritable, probably mostly caffeinated. But I had to stick to a very rich diet of like, this is exactly what I eat. This is how much you eat. You had to weigh your foods every day and stuff like that. And it was extremely like planned out every day. Leading up to the show, actually I had Boy State. So I would have to meal prep while I'm at Boy State.
I remember that.
I had a meal prep at Boy State, and I was so hungry, so tired, and I was so done. And then the tanning portion, like you're talking about, it was uncomfortable. Because honestly, I got a pretty beautiful woman tanning me, and that was very awkward. But other than that, pretty cool. And honestly, it was overall a really good experience. The posing, the music to it, the just like totally the photography. And I think people get this pose of like bodybuilding of like these like speedos and stuff. And I didn't do that. That's weird. Yeah, no problem. I just thought, you know.
Too long to get there.
Yeah, I get there,
you
but
should
yeah.
have led with that. Hey, I wasn't wearing a speedo, coach.
Yeah,
Just weren't you in a speedo?
No, I was in boxers, buddy.
Oh, boxers.
So much better. Hey.
Because you said to kick that image out of his mind, and I was like, well, I got bad news for you.
That's what it is. Oh man.
Got bad news.
So, okay, keep your shirt on. But do you want to do a flex for us?
Personally,
Show
not
me a
really.
pose.
Not really. I can't really do one sitting down, Coach.
Okay, well, you don't have to sit down.
Coach, that's very scary.
All right, fine. We'll go to something else. That's fine. We'll go to something else. So I'm just curious. I'm curious about these poses. All I've seen is like clips of like 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger is what I think about when it comes to bodybuilding. But
it's a lot of practice. It's a lot of like about an hour a day of just holding your poses and stuff. So it's really.
Yeah, I go to the gym as well, and I'll go into like, they have this whole room with a mirror, and I'll go in there, and I'll just like flex or something because, you know, I want to see my pump. And then Seth will walk in and he'll be like, Brady, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, I'm very
to-
meticulous on that.
You
I
have to
imagine he is.
extend your muscle by pushing
The
down
lat, the lat
on the
out.
lat. And I'm like, Seth, bro, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not going to compete, so I'm not competing in this. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is difficult. Like, it is, from the little he's taught me, it really does look difficult, and it looks meticulous.
Yeah. So tell me, okay, so another thing y'all share is debate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
How are we going to do this year in debate?
Hopefully really well.
Actually, really well.
Hopefully,
I-
actually. I like the confidence there.
So, I'm going to OU for debate next year.
I didn't know that.
I'm going to college debate. I'm very excited for that.
Congratulations. When
Yeah,
did this
thank you.
fall into place?
4 weeks.
While,
A while,
yeah.
a little bit.
I feel a little hurt,
I got a
Seth.
scholarship from Wyoming, and then I got one from OU. So I'm going to OU to do debate, but like that was something I've always been very passionate about. We'll do good. I
Oh,
think
we
we'll do-
know.
Oh, I hope.
We know.
I love talking about colonization, Coach. Something I'm very interested in.
Yeah, but this year at the
Is that what this topic is? Colonization?
It's over the Arctic, so specifically over like Arctic development and exploration of the Arctic.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very good topic to, of course, colonization is not good, but it's a very good topic to talk about those type of things and stuff like that, and good education, of course, because debate changed me in a long way.
Yep.
I think I really do think debate is a very progressive space. It's definitely changed me on a lot of my topics as well. Like a lot of my stances have been changed from debate. Not near as much as Seth at all. But
Yeah. That's a pretty big spectrum change there.
no,
Seth.
yeah, that's a huge spectrum change. But it definitely has changed me a lot. But like as for how we're gonna do this year, there's when you look at debate, you got to look at like two different forms. There's the UIL aspect, which is probably what the school cares about more about UIL, and then there's TFA, which what does TFA stand for? Like
Texas Forensic Association.
Yeah,
So
something like
the build off what he said, the main difference is UIL is very, when you imagine debate, you think of the great debaters. You think of like these well-formulated arguments, the slow speaking, the articulating of these speeches.
Yeah.
And I don't want to break anyone's goals, but that's not what debate is in reality.
Good, because you'd be terrible at that.
I speak
Slow
fast.
speaking.
Yeah, see,
you'd be
you're about to hear,
terrible at
Coach.
that.
What debate is reality is a lot of times not that great, well dressed, highly caffeinated, very fast speaking, a lot of research, a lot of like, because like I have to do about 6 hours a day of just research, block cutting stuff, and then you got to like worry about it's a very big a research game. It's a research and analysis game is what the Texas Forensic Association is. And that's where you go up against some of the brightest kids in Texas, much like Green Hill.
Yeah.
And it's very a fun, competitive.
Now, Green Hill's private school?
Yeah.
So
we
y'all
recently went to a tournament in Dallas called Hockaday, and Hockaday is an all-girls school, but they host a TFA tournament. And we went to this, and if you look at the people in the tournament, not only were we the only public school in the tournament, we were also the only school that like you didn't have to pay like thousands upon thousands of dollars to get into. Like you go to Happy Hills, you're not having to pay, $61,000 a year to attend. Green Hill, you do.
Yeah.
And that's a big difference. Green Hill has about 15 coaches for
15,
just their
yep.
one policy. They pay for them to go out in the summer and do.
They go up to Harvard. They go up to Harvard and they study debate with some of the best debaters. So like a school like us, like a school like Linrose, we have a massive disadvantage, against these other huge private schools such as Green Hill, such as LASA.
Which is interesting. They don't compete against y'all in UIL though, do they?
Well,
They don't care about UIL.
They
very
don't
much.
care.
They don't
So,
care.
Yeah, so that was the
Okay.
main difference.
They're also in 6A. They're 6A.
Right.
schools.
Well, actually,
right.
yeah.
There's
And-
6A tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're in
athletics.
4A, so we
Yeah.
don't compete about
Green Hill will
anything.
actually qualify for 4A.
What?
Green Hill will qualify for 4A.
That's
Their numbers are very similar to
Yep.
ours, but they're just the private schools
LASA, that's 4A.
elevation or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
The classifications are just
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
On that, so I didn't know they don't compete. So they don't compete against UIL. Y'all just see them in other tournaments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this year we're
I
trying to
gotcha.
qualify for state specifically in the Texas Forensic Association.
Okay, cool.
Trying to do both.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, Seth and I.
Aren't
double
you
Seths.
Seths?
Yeah, we're both Seths. Two Seths on the same team.
Who's the other Seth?
Seth
Seth
G.
Granados.
Oh, okay, nice.
He's
Yes.
on. We already are
I
halfway.
didn't know.
Yeah, we're already halfway there to qualifying. They just
Awesome.
got their first couple points this weekend,
Mhm.
doing very good.
Recently, we beat
Who's your partner?
Caleb Hudson.
Oh, yes, I know Caleb very well.
Recently, we beat one of Green Hill's top teams.
Oh, nice.
And later, they came in the eliminations round and completely destroyed us.
But you
'Cause
got one.
They went to a
Nice.
backlog, and we had never seen the K that they ran. But we did get one win on them on their AF, and we were so excited about that because, they're one of the best teams in the nations, and they have so much over this. And we're just two kids from Glen Rose, Texas, driving with Mr. Sal 80 miles an hour down the highway to get to Hockaday.
Is Mr. Sal driving?
No, Mr.
Oh,
Reynolds
no.
does.
Okay, good. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, okay, that's good. Good deal. Love Mr. Sal. Shout out, Mr. Sal.
Shout out, Mr. Sal.
But that's awesome. Well, I think that's great. So good luck this year in debate. Hopefully, y'all do well. And Seth, I think it's pretty incredible. I didn't know about your scholarship. That's awesome.
Well, thank
Very
you very
cool.
much.
Very, very much deserved. Well, worked hard for. So I love that. Appreciate it. So, hey, thank y'all so much for coming. I appreciate it. Y'all did awesome. Thanks for sharing a little bit about kind of what makes you you. Wish we had more time, but we don't. And so we're going to call it good here today. But again, thank y'all for joining, and thank you for being open to share about your family and personal things. And I appreciate it. I enjoy having both of you in class. And again, you guys will be missed next year when y'all leave. But excited for where you both go and what you guys do. So again, thanks for coming. Again, and remember, if you hang around the dump, you start to smell like trash. So hang on. Good people make good choices this weekend, all right?
All right.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Coach Clifton.